Good afternoon, everyone. A couple reminders as we get going with our first press conference of the day. Please make sure to give your name and affiliation before you ask your question, and please direct your questions by name to one of our two student athletes. And a reminder that there's no video to be taken inside the press conference room. If you want to utilize the press conference video, you may either hook into the electronic boxes that are in the electronic media area behind us, or you may access the video at the NCAA Digital Media Hub once we are done. So with us now is our student athletes from Memphis. We have Landers Nolley II and Lester Quinones. And at this time, we will open it up to questions. Please raise your hand and one of our runners will bring a mic to you. Right down here, go ahead.
Terry Davis, Tri-State Defender. Lester, how has your experience been here so far, and what is it going to take for you to continue playing?
It's been a great experience. With it being our goal to start the year off to get here, it's kind of just surreal just actually being here and actually being a part of March Madness for once. This has been my third year in Memphis and actually my first appearance here. So it's just kind of really been a blessing here, and we're just here to play our hearts out.
Stephen Johnson, Daily Memphian. Question for both Landers and Lester. #1 overall seed, Gonzaga tomorrow. I guess, what are some of your thoughts on the matchup and how big the game could be?
I feel like this is kind of the opportunity that any team in the tournament would ask for. You're playing the #1 overall seed in the tournament, and we kind of just want to take advantage of the opportunity that we do have. So really just locking in on the matchups and everything that we have to do. We kind of just want to go out and really just play our best basketball that we've been playing lately.
I feel like this is where we belong. So for us to be playing the #1 overall seed is not a surprise to me, but like I'm looking forward to it now. Just hoping to enjoy ourselves and come out with a W.
Jeff Calkins from the Daily Memphian. For both of you, Memphis has never beaten a #1 overall seed. Does it feel like to you this is a David versus Goliath thing, or do you feel like you're every bit as the team that they are? How do y'all feel going into it?
Not at all. I don't feel that at all. I feel like personally we do match up with them well with our starting lineup and our bench, really. I feel like it's not a David to Goliath at all. We kind of I wouldn't give them an advantage over us, but I feel like a couple of the losses earlier in the season kind of brought our team stock down, I would say. But I'm confident going into this game that we match up with them like kind of well.
Honestly, I feel like it's a #1 seed versus the #1 seed. I don't look at no edge or no individual player or no coach. I just feel like it's going to be a good ball game.
Dave Woloshin, Memphis Radio, both of you guys. Because of their length inside with Holmgren and Timmy, do you guys feel extra pressure that you have to hit shots from the outside?
Not at all. I feel like we just have to hit the shots that we do get. I feel like our front court with DeAndre and Jalen, then we do have Josh and Malcolm and Chandler coming off the bench. I feel like we kind of, like I said earlier, we match up with them a little bit. So I have confidence in our bigs that will kind of really even it out down there, and us guards do have to step up more, I feel like.
For me, I feel like you said, we just got to hit the shots that we do get, but I feel like we got to drop the ball in a little bit early to maybe get them in foul trouble and use that to our advantage.
Cassie Carlson, Action News 5. For both of you, this season you've talked about several times that you guys were the hunted. You got everyone's best game. Now that you're not the #1 seed, do you feel the sense of pressure is lifted and you can kind of play more freely?
Oh, definitely. I like taking that underdog role kind of in those games because I felt like earlier in the season we kind of did tend to play down to the level of our competition, but now when we're playing the #1 seed, I wouldn't say we have to play to their level, but it's like we do have to play our best basketball. So us just being locked in on every possession, every play, getting every rebound, and like he said earlier, our guards just have to knock down our shots in this game Saturday.
I feel like we still the hunted. Like you could say it's a #1 seed versus a #9 seed, but I feel like they know we don't belong as a #9 seed, so I feel like we still gonna get their best. And I feel like they haven't seen like a team like us.
Brian Hamilton from The Athletic for both you guys. DeAndre's obviously been around in college basketball longer than anybody on the team. How has that experience kind of informed the way he helps lead and keep you guys steady?
I mean, with him being one of our leaders, and he's more of really the energy and the life of this team. He always gets that label as being the soul of his team. So as he goes, we go. So we do need DeAndre on Saturday. He's a huge part, and he will be a huge part of the win going into this Saturday with him matching up, like I said earlier, with that front court. with them being front court dominant, we do need DeAndre to play his best basketball. And like I said, we need our guards to play our best basketball too. So I feel like it'll kind of be an exciting game to watch us match up with them.
For both you guys, Tim Booth from the Associated Press. I'm wondering if you guys could speak to where you've seen Jalen improve the most from October, November to the player that he is now.
I feel like he's learned a lot. Like listening to older guys like DeAndre or Malco, like he's learned that the game is very different in high school. So he just had to slow down and get to his spots and do what he does best, but just take his time doing it.
Me, for sure, I feel like it's his motor. The level that he's at right now, I feel like it's just outstanding right now. He feels like he just wants to go and grab every single rebound that comes off the rim, and I love that about him right now, and I love that he's in that mindset because that's where we need him right now at this crucial point in the season. So if he's going in there grabbing every rebound, and then on the offensive end, he's trying to dunk everything, it's going to be hard to stop him down there just being so dominant.
Mark Giannotto, Commercial Appeal. Lester, I'm curious, since you've been with Penny now 3 years. As you guys have mentioned, this is kind of a matchup where personnel-wise you match up pretty well. I'm curious how you've seen, and this might be a strange question to answer, but how you've seen Penny grow as a coach. Like, do you feel like he's better prepared for this moment today than when you were at the, just like you at the beginning of your freshman year?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it just goes with experience, especially with the resume that he has from this year is beating those top teams that we did beat. It's kind of just going in those situations that he's seen before, or kind of just closing out games, knowing what defenses to run, what plays to run, and coming down. I feel like we've gotten better coaching-wise with them just really controlling us and calming us down. And, yeah, I have all the confidence in the world in him going into Saturday that he's just going to coach us greatly and really just help us get the win.
Terry Davis, Tri-State defender. Hey, Lester, we know you've been one of the better defenders consistently all year. What has improved mostly by your game this year?
I feel like my shot making has just been at a high level recently. In the stretch that I've been going through, I don't know exactly the numbers, but I feel like I've just been locked in more on the looks that I do get, just trying to make every shot that I do get, and really just trying to be more efficient. And on the defensive end, I always have the assignment to kind of take their best player out. So it's kind of just really not letting him get any of his comfortable looks or any of his shots, or really not getting any shots up at all. So whether it's I have to deny him or if it's I have to overhelp on somebody else, I really just kind of try to lock in and key in on my matchup. And Coach Penny just always emphasizes on everybody winning their matchup. If all five win their matchup, we're going to win at the end of the day.
Jason Munn's Commercial Appeal. Landers, all the talk about Gonzaga usually is about their front court, about their big guys. So what, and this could be for both of you guys, but what challenges does Gonzaga present other than their two big guys?
I don't look at it as like a challenge. I mean, they got good guards, good organization, good culture, good coach, but I just look at it as another player that step in front of me, lace up his shoes just like I do.
Yeah, just going back to what I said earlier, like Coach emphasized, just really winning your matchup. If 1 through 5, if we all win our matchup, at the end of the day, I feel like we could just win the game. So their front court is good. They do have a good front court. And their guards, I feel like their guards are very disciplined. So just having those disciplined guards to where I think 3 of them shoot over 40 from 3. So really just not letting them get any looks, not, like I said earlier, not letting them get anything comfortable, just kind of like taking them out of their stuff and really just speeding them up and just junking the game up a lot.
Do we have any questions from the Zoom room? If we do, raise your hand and we'll bring your audio up. Not seeing any. Do we have any other questions from the room? Right down here.
You're far away from Jeff Calkins from the Daily Memphian. You're far away from Memphis, so the crowd wasn't behind you yesterday, and tomorrow it's going to be that much worse or better or whatever. How do you feel about the fact that you know it's going to be a pretty heavy Gonzaga crowd tomorrow?
We love away games. So, I mean, we call ourselves the awayers, so that's where we kind of thrive at. I mean, we play good at home, but on the road it's just like a bit of a more edge to win the game because, you know, you're in enemy territory.
Any other questions? All right, Lester, Landers, thank you very much. Best of luck tomorrow.